Before you move to a new country, you usually have a certain picture of what that place is like. Mostly from things you've heard, things you've seen, and whatever people have told you. For me, Sweden was cold, winter, snow, and probably a lot of blonde people. I listened to Roxette growing up. You know that song? It must have been love. I loved that one. And I honestly thought a lot of Swedish women would look like that singer. I also read a bit about Vikings. And of course, moose. Then I actually moved here. And yeah, some of my ideas did not survive very long. Yes, it gets cold and it snows in the winter, but the summers can get really warm. There are blonde people, but most people are not. And you see these moose warning signs all over the country roads. But seeing a moose, that's very unusual. I've lived here for years and I've never seen any. And people don't eat moose nearly as often as I thought they would. So I was lucky to get this piece of moose meat from someone I know. It wasn't bought in a shop. It came directly from a hunter. And that got me thinking about hunting. I've actually wanted to learn how to hunt for quite a while. I think I would enjoy it. Being out there in the forest, everything being quiet, waiting, and I'm usually quite steady-handed, even when there's a bit of pressure. So maybe I would be all right at it. But what interests me most is the connection to the food. If you hunt an animal yourself, you know exactly where the meat comes from. You know the animal was out there, in the forest, living its best life. And when you hunt it yourself, I think that's when you know what it actually means to be a meat eater. I'm sure that's something we can easily forget now. You go to the supermarket, pick up a packet of meat, bring it home, and cook it. But when I was growing up, it was a bit different. We raised our own chickens and goats and cows. My parents still do. The chickens would go out in the morning and they were free to roam all over. And I really mean that. Those chickens walked distances. Then in the evening, they would all come back at the same time. And when we wanted to eat one, the chicken or the goat, we had to process it ourselves. These days, most of the meat I eat comes from the supermarket too. So I'm just as disconnected from it as most people are. And that's one reason I would like to try hunting one day. Just to experience the whole process myself. I don't know if I would enjoy every part of it, but I would still like to learn. For this moose, someone else did the hunting. Maybe one day, I'll be able to say, I did it myself. For now, I'll stick to the part I already know how to do. The cooking. And after all these years in Sweden, I can finally say I've cooked moose. Just not in the most Swedish way possible. Cheers. After making this, you might still have some pak choi, spring onion, chili, or bell peppers left, or even mousse. Just tell IvanEats Kitchen what you have left, and it will create new recipes around those ingredients, all based on what you have at home and what you like to eat. So instead of wondering what to make next, you already have a meal ready to try. Try your first recipe for free at IvanEats.com.